So, T-Mac is under attack by Kwame Brown, but it's more of a self-inflicted wound. Let's talk about it.
Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion.
Okay, Ring Culture, welcome back to Ring Culture, where we play no games, we just spit game about the game we love. Before we get started, go over to my reaction page and check out my sports reactions. Y'all will really love those. But back over here at Ring Culture, make sure you comment down below and like the video. Make sure you also share these videos so I can grow the community over here. Subscribe and hit the bell notification so y'all can be notified for every time I upload. So let's get into this. As y'all know, like 2 months ago, this whole conversation of Kobe Bryant, all the disrespect that Kobe Bryant started blowing up online. And a few guys chimed in. We had D. Wade chime in and saying that Kobe didn't play well in one of the finals, and everyone said Paul Gasol should have been the MVP. We had Tracy McGrady basically saying he played without his second best player for 4 playoff series, even though he didn't get out the first round in 9 playoff series. And McGrady actually made some remarks about being mad that Paul Gasol was traded for Kwame Brown, kind of trashing Kwame Brown. And you already know, once you come for Kwame gonna come for you. I want y'all to listen to a little montage of players and their opinion about how Kobe Bryant is being disrespected. We had Kyrie Irving, Matt Barnes, and to top it off, we had Kwame Brown going at Tracy McGrady for some of the statements that he made. And then I'm going to come back and give y'all my opinion on this whole situation. Let's check it out.
What defines greatness? Is it the championship?
That's one of the elements. In some cases, yeah.
I don't see anything he said wrong. I didn't see your response, but for me, we have too many talented players that come through this league that are championship worthy. What I mean by that, if you take them off a team that is a championship quality team, replace me with Kobe with Shaq. I don't want a championship. You don't think I could carry the Lakers to a championship? Like, I've never had the opportunity.
Correct.
I felt like if I was put in that position to win a championship, I damn sure would show up and do what I do in the playoffs to elevate my team to that level. I just never had the chance. So do I get diminished because I never won a championship? I played 4 years in Orlando, got ridiculed because I never got out of the first round. Grant Hill, at the time, was the best player on that team. This was my 4th year in the league. Grant Hill was the best player on that team.
Right.
So I'm playing 4 years without my best player, can't get out of the first round. But I get ridiculed because I can't do it. Giannis won a championship.
He
won a championship.
Hold on.
After that, he couldn't get back.
You know you're my brother. Here's the deal. Here's how you got ridiculed. Y'all were up 3-1 one time, and you thought y'all had it in the bag.
Can't find that.
Hold on.
Can't find.
What I'm talking about? When you want to get strike, y'all thought y'all had it in the bag.
Because we got 3-1.
You were up 3-1. So again, it was the fact that if you're good enough to be up 3-1, they expected you to close the deal. That was the only thing anybody understood. And then when they blew it, we pointed it out. When they blew, we pointed it out. But we know they're great. So we pointed out you lost a 3-1 lead. I'm saying that's not saying you're not great. It's saying that the moment arrived and y'all didn't close. That's all.
You know, MB, man, speaking of the Lakers, since we on that, man, you know, guys out here talking crazy about Bean right now.
Yeah,
you know, like all of a sudden, you know, it's what they could have done, and you know, Bean.
I don't like the energy around.
Yeah, man. I saw you made a post, man, and it kind of took off, man. What's your feeling on it?
I just don't like because none of this weird talk was going on while he was here, and I also think I want to also say something else. Like, I work for ESPN, I work for Fox, some of these big machines, when you have people talking about the greatness of players, it's not that I don't respect it, I just don't go by it. And I think a lot of former players don't go by it. You got to listen to what your peers are talking about. It's crazy how when you look at ESPN, Kobe's always on the outside of 10. But when you talk to, there's plenty of clips on YouTube when you're talking to some of the guys that went to war before or after or with them, like, yeah, Kobe's 2, Kobe's 3, Kobe's top 5. So my whole thing too is don't listen to, there's so many athletes, and again, I'm not saying don't listen to the people outside because there's some very qualified people, but when it comes to like legacy and greatness in the sport, like I would tend to lean towards the players because you see it day in and day out and know what it takes to lace them up every single day and play through what he played through and do what he did. So I say all that to say, like, there's, with the bigger companies and machines and talking heads, there's favorites, there's narratives they stick to, there's dislikes they have, and let's keep it real, like, before Kobe died, like, he was a hit or miss as far as kind of popularity with some of the shit he had been through and the way people perceived his energy at times, so there was already a lot of kind of, but I think after he died, like, the real one spoke up to speak about his greatness, but I feel like there's a lot of other people that will speak to stir shit up, and it's crazy that it's former players, you know what I mean? So I just said what I said because, like, none of you guys was talking this shit when he was here, and the coulda, woulda, shoulda, and the disrespect with the Powell shoulda won the fight, like, it's just like, come on, y'all, let's really remember, let's look at the numbers, and we've all been there with him or against him, like, let's keep it real.
I'm not letting people revise history. I'm not letting people come on and talk about Kobe like Kobe wasn't one of the best that not only played, but that came in as a 17-year-old against grown men. And by the time this man was 22 years old, he had a few championships and he was busting the best of the best ass. If y'all don't knock that shit off, I'm talking to y'all at home, the fucking media talking heads, the ones that casually throw names around like, bro, if you don't knock it off, you weren't like that. It's okay. Not everybody could be Kobe. Not everybody could wear those size, you know what I mean, size shoes that he had. Yeah, I'm not going down into detail about this because what's said on the internet and the digital space is said. It's the internet. But when it comes to real respect and real recognizing real, this man, Kobe Bean Bryant,
I'm still mad to this day at the NBA for making the damn trade for Kwame Brown and Pau Gasol. Come on, guys. Reason with me on this. How in the hell you make a trade? And I'm still mad to this day at the NBA for making the damn trade for Kwame Brown and Pau Gasol. Come on, guys. Reason with me on this. How in the hell you make a trade?
And then he goes on to ask, how the hell you make a trade for Kwame Brown and Paul Gasol and all this? This ain't fair and all this other stuff. Just out the blue. Got these white boys sneaking and kickering. I'm somewhere chilling, minding my business. I'm not living with regret like this punk. This nigga around here trying to rewrite history and put himself next to Kobe. This fragile knee, fragile back, ahi tuna jelly spine punk that played with Yao Ming and some of the best point guards you can find, and he'll stub his toe and fall out. Nobody don't want to tell you the truth, Tracy McGrady. You soft. That's why you an old nigga that retired that's living with regret. Don't try to put yourself up next to Kobe. Nigga, I'm living good. Nigga, I'm the landlord. You don't hear me up here talking about... And I got a great argument that I was the number 1 draft pick, but Michael Jordan came back. That has never happened to a number 1 draft pick. You, on the other hand, got the keys to a team. They traded I thought Vince Carter was your cousin. They traded Vince Carter for your soft self. You get there, and every other 2 seconds you hurt. So how in the world can you even compare yourself to somebody like Kobe when Kobe can have damn near a broke shoulder, damn near an ankle that he could barely put a shoe on, and Kobe was playing for something bigger than himself, you soft back punk? Nigga, Kobe would have a swole up knee, broken rib, and he gonna play because he playing for his legacy. He playing for that kid in the stand that he wanted to inspire. You ain't never played for that, punk. You ain't never played for that, and that's why you ain't never win. You want to sit up here and snicker and kicker about somebody else like you was somebody great. You was a goddamn naturally God-given talent that didn't work, you punk. And when Kobe got around you, he zapped your energy. He even said it. You were one of the most offensively gifted players he ever played against. He even said you gave him problems in one-on-one. But guess what he said about you? Even he said you were lazy. You would get hurt in workouts. Nobody even touching your soft self. You getting hurt and cramping up and passing out in workouts. But you want to compare yourself to Kobe now that he dead. Why you ain't compare yourself to Kobe while he was alive? So he can talk about some of them workouts y'all had where he'll make you quit. Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about when you and Bean used to work out together, you want to call him your brother. That Bean would make you quit. Would make you say uncle. And now you want to compare yourself to him now that he can't defend himself. You little crybaby. You want to rewrite history. Well, if I was... Imagine Kwame Brown saying that. Well, if I was to trade places with Kenyon and went to play with Jason Kidd, where I could use my athleticism and just run and jump and dunk and then post up, I would, and not play with Gilbert Arenas, I would have been in a better position. Not play with Michael Jordan. You think I wouldn't have won? You don't get to do that, you crybaby. You not like that. You not in that status. Were you a hell of a player? Yes. Could somebody chuck you in the back and rattle you? Yes. Could they get physical with you and you quit? Yes. You had team after team and chance after chance and you never stepped up to the plate. So it don't matter if you would have had Shaq. Shaq would have got hurt in the final. You would have got hurt right behind him. Tell the truth.
He called him a soft back punk. Alright, so as we know, Kobe Bryant is getting trashed, and he's been getting trashed since he passed. McGrady is Kobe's homie, and so is D Wade. First of all, Dwayne Wade saying, remember when Dwayne Wade said Kobe didn't play well in that finals and everybody thought Paul Gasol should have got that finals MVP? You know what's funny about that? Dwayne Wade is on record saying how Kobe was out here winning championships, so he called LeBron James and Chris Bosh. So what are you talking about the way he performed in the finals? When you decided to cheat to try to compete with Kobe. Make that make sense. These dudes, wow. And Tracy McGrady is saying how he didn't play with the best player. He said Grant Hill was the best player and for 4 years and couldn't get out the first round. You know, Tracy McGrady's been to the playoffs 9 times. 9 times. He was up 3-1. And when Stephen A. called him out on it, you see the look on his face, I can't find that. That's insane, man. I seen this, I'm going to read this for you. Alright, I seen this post on Facebook from Hoops Paradise, and they had a little teeny comment about Tracy McGrady. I'm going to read it to y'all. Why is Tracy McGrady inserting themselves into a conversation about all-time greats being unfairly criticized for not winning championships? With all due respect, McGrady never won a single playoff series as the lead star. Not one. Meanwhile, Kobe Bryant, after the departure of Shaquille O'Neal, won 13 playoff series, reached the finals 3 consecutive times, 2008 to 2010, and secured 2 championships, including a successful title defense. He defeated 10 50-win teams in that span, the most in NBA history. McGrady's postseason record tells a very different story. In 2003, he blew a 3-1 lead to Detroit with losses of 31-15 and 15 points. A series that launched Tajon Prince's defensive reputation. In 2005, with Yao Ming and the 2-0 series lead against Dallas, Heading home, he lost game 3 and 4 on his own court. Then was eliminated by 40 points by a 40-point loss in game 7. In 2007, he held a 2-0 lead against Utah and still lost the series, including game 7 at home. It's one thing to acknowledge McGrady's skill and scoring ability, both were undeniable, but inserting his name into conversation about postseason success or unjust legacies alongside players like Kobe Bryant and LeBron James is misleading at best. Great player, absolutely. Relevant to this particular discussion, not at all. I couldn't have said it better myself. That whole segment they had when they had Gilbert Arenas, Jay Will, and McGrady talking about ring culture was laughable. And then for McGrady to still be trying to make excuses for the fact that he didn't get out the first round 9 times. 9 times. Come on, bruh. I love McGrady. T-Mac was a great player, but he just wasn't like that. He wasn't that dude. In the playoffs, he just wasn't that dude. It's insane to think that the best team always wins, and sometimes the best team isn't the best team by much. And when you have the best player on your team, and you have 2 good teams going up against each other, or great to good, that best player should be the factor that can take you over the top. McGrady wasn't like that. He just wasn't. He was a great player. He was a great scorer. He had great scoring ability, especially back in 2002, to put up numbers he put up, but he just wasn't like that. He living with a lot of regret in his career because he wasn't able to get out of the first round, and he seems like he doesn't want to take any ownership of that. And also to say that if you pair him with Shaq, he wouldn't lead the team to the championship. Does he realize Shaq left and Kobe was still there? What is he talking about? Don't get me wrong, the Kobe pushed his team to be better. He had a great number 2. People downgrade Paul Gasol. Paul Gasol was great. It's not bad to have a great number 2. Kobe was the undisputed leader on that team. And Kobe demanded that his team play up to their potential, the same way Michael Jordan did. But Shaq left. So what are you talking about if you swap me with Shaq? Kobe Bryant didn't play his whole career with Shaq, and he went to 3 more finals, 3 straight finals. Kobe was balling on them Lakers teams without Shaq. He was the undisputed leader. He was the engine that made it go. He was the example that they were following. Kobe Bryant was a beast. What are you talking about? Replace you with Shaq. Kobe Bryant didn't need Shaq. He proved that after Shaq left. 3 straight finals? What? I think Shaq only went to 1 more finals without Kobe Bryant. And Kobe went to 3. So, come on, bro. Stop trying to throw your boy under the bus. Stop it. Kobe Bryant was way better than some of these dudes out here are trying to pretend. It's just insane. It's nasty work for these guys to come out here and try to disrespect Kobe. And then again, for Dwayne Wade, you ran to try to get easy championships because you couldn't get back to the final. Kobe Bryant didn't run. He stayed where he was at. He stayed there. He worked. So this is just, it's all shameful. It's all shameful. And Kwame Brown, to me, is right. You know, how you look back at your career and now you what if in it to death. Your career is what it is. You went to the playoffs 9 times. You couldn't get out the first round. How you compare yourself to Kobe? 9 times? You couldn't get out the first round. And you saying swap Kobe with me? This is shameful. This is part of the problem with this social media era. I always tell my homies, social media ruined these dudes. These dudes are ruined. Ruined. This is like, these guys will revise history in a heartbeat to make themselves look good. It's absolutely insane. Tracy McGrady, the bottom line, he was a great player. He wasn't that dude. Tracy McGrady is the difference between a great player and a great championship level player. He is. I mean, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what y'all think about it, ring culture. Let me know down below. And always remember, we are ring culture because the whole point of the culture is to win rings. For the culture. I love y'all.